Engineering is built on collaboration, and we're going to focus this video on a bit of that. And so, anyways, we're going to feature this forklift model that was put together, I'd say, through the leadership of Steve Miller. So Steve Miller is a real good engineer. He's worked at MathWorks for a long time, and he's put a lot of very good content out there, especially using Simscape to build vehicles and machines, right? And so he posted this. This is on MATLAB Central File Exchange, which means you can download it for free. And my understanding is he did some collaboration himself as he worked with a consulting team out there led by Krishna Tamanana, who is an old buddy of mine. He worked at MathWorks for about 4 or 5 years, where the two of us had some overlap, and I think he and some members of his team, including Gabriel King, contributed pretty significantly to this model. All right. So anyways, at least 3 people, but probably more even. So anyways, let's go ahead and hit run. Yeah, we'll see a very fully functional forklift model, complete with steering and the ability to raise the forks and tilt them and slide them, and of course travel. So, very promising, obviously, right? And so, kind of working with this, you'll see I established what we call a subsystem reference, and so I kind of present a little bit of the idea of that right now. So we will open up a new model file. And we will go to the blocks. Let's see, I think I got it right there. Yes, subsystem reference. All right, and I double click on this and I choose the same subsystem reference that Steve put together. All right, so forklift. Okay, and so that user interface has been formed for me. All right, and there's something very special about command, and instead of going into exhaustive detail, and I think I'll just kind of show that I know how to use it. All right, and so that's the idea that I can kind of create commands for various things I want to do, and so I'm going to accelerate it. Okay, so once I hit run, see it's running kind of slowly. You can kind of see it right here in Steve's model, that an important choice as you build models like this is to use the solvers, the appropriate solver selection, which is DAE SSC. Right? Perhaps I'll do another video where I get into what we mean by DAEs, but let's hit run again. And so now you see it runs pretty quickly. And so that quickly, just kind of dragging that command in, I can set it up for acceleration. Now do lift. Lift and acceleration. You'll see that they set up the loading through the Simscape multi-body portion of this model. There's that load right there. Defined by the formula right there. If you're interested, that's how you get inertial properties. Right? Notice it's equal to 0 right now. And going to my command history, we'll just set it to 3000. Tap into the buses for both the rear and forward axles. Put in scopes. And understand the axial loading associated with that acceleration. Okay. Now, in earlier videos, we recognized that if it accelerates backwards, we'll make this -1, that's a much more precarious operation of the forklift. Just like we predicted before, that can tip it over. Okay, and to, again, show kind of how comprehensive this model is, I want to show the tilt. Which, of course, is another condition to be careful about. And so there's some timing on tilting that I think is probably important. And we won't tilt so fast this time. We're slowing that tilt transition down, we can kind of remove the risk of tipping. All right, this one's the horizontal slide of the forks, which we see best from this right side view. It's kind of interesting to watch how the right side, left side forces are going to adapt to the repositioning of that load. And I'll finish with steering, which I think is best to look at from the top. And it's even better when you remove a few things. And so we'll hide the chassis, or the counterweight, the chassis, and the cab, and we'll get a very nice view of the mechanism, and we'll see that the steering occurs from the back of the forklift, right? And so I'm going to just kind of wrap up with another model I put together, and you'll see the trajectories being set by these blocks that are glowing pink through a live script that I created. Now these numbers are chosen through kind of coordination with the animation, but this is going to take the forklift from its original position to a position that you'll see in a moment, but it's going to essentially create a trajectory, which we see right here. Okay, and so its initial position at 0, 0, it'll travel, actually we calculated even, you'll see it right here, travel distance, I think if I hover over this, yeah, we'll see that it's going to be about 12.7 meters, right? So anyways, Control D, we'll update it. You'll see those trajectories will be provided essentially the right initial parameters, and they no longer glow pink, and so we'll hit the run button. And you'll see that rear axle steering works quite well. So I hope you like the warehouse I created. Thanks for watching.